She's got great chat.
I was coming back here to tell you I loved you.
I licked her tit or whatever.
You know, you got quicksand. It's like the equivalent, it's made out of dicks.
It's banter. I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
Mommy.
Like a mom of what? A dog?
Are you joking?
You are a liar, actress.
So fast, crazy.
She's got chat.
First things first, banning gherkins and all McDonald's burgers. And if you still are eating those gherkins, grow up, because they're minging.
Hello and welcome to She's Got the Chat. I am Maura.
And I am Ari.
Ari, what did you think? Final results of Casa Amor.
I have so much to say. It was so good.
It was really good.
Holding judgment, but I can now officially say congratulations, producers. You did your big one. It was so good.
I agree. I loved every second of it. Probably one of the best Casas I've ever seen.
Yes.
Like sometimes I feel like with the new people, like I can get a little bored. And like then the recoupling ends up being exactly what, well, we'll get to that. Exactly what I expected. This wasn't not that. However, it was still great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I also, even though the outcome of who coupled with who may have not been that changed that much by the live streaming of the Heart Rate Challenge and the evidence, the postcards that we got this year, I do think that it changed a lot of the content of Casa and made the girls much more open. We saw a much more interesting Casa than we would have otherwise.
Agreed. And that needed to happen.
I also wanted to comment, are you wearing your Match My Creek shirt?
I am. Carl's a mess. I love it.
Shout out friend of the pod, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Wanted to buy Maura and I Carl's a mess shirts, I'm sure, to support Kyle, but I'll take it.
This is a great segue. So I wanted to share, I'm in New York right now for our listeners, and I went to Soft Bar today.
And how was your $25 mocktail?
It was $16. It was very good. It was a $16 mocktail, but it was good. It genuinely, like, it was very refreshing. I thought that it was very well balanced. I was like, what would be sick in here is some alcohol. It would have been a delicious regular cocktail, but it was genuinely very good on its own. I thought the space was really cool. It was just funny, like being in there because I was obviously like I've seen it on TV so many times, and I'm just kind of like, I'm like thinking about like Amanda and West like secretly flirting, and like that corner is here, and like Kyle and Carl getting after it. The hallowed halls. But shout out Carl, your bar is great. I hope it continues to be successful.
And we hope you are not a mess.
I hope you're not a mess. I really wish he'd been there, but I didn't expect him to be.
Do you know who is a mess? My mom, who watched the Casa recoupling episode with me, and this morning said, I am just in love with Bryce and Trinity.
Aww.
I was like, I know. They did it. They did it.
She's a Trinity stan.
I mean, how could you not be? Listen, wait,
I agree.
I have this queued up.
Wow.
Okay, I need to stand on a soapbox for a hot second.
Okay, please.
About two things.
Okay.
I was very skeptical of KC to start the season. And then he won me over to a certain extent.
Right.
However, I should have stuck to my guns. I had the exact opposite journey with Trinity and Bryce. I was an early adopter of Trinity.
Yeah, you were.
I believed in them. You didn't.
I did not. It's true.
And I can't tell you how many times I watched the reunion. Like 10 plus. And not even on TikTok. I mean, definitely on TikTok and like edits, but also like I would just like on Peacock, like back up to the beginning and watch.
I love it.
Just them because do I believe that they'll be together on the outside? Probably not.
You never know.
Well, but like people, think that Nick and Alandria are actually together. Oh my God, I have so much to say.
But I believe in Nick. I believe in Trinity way more than I believe in Nick and Alandria.
Okay. I mean, it was so heavy-handed, the producer interference with Nick and Alandria.
Yeah.
And what's interesting to me about Trinity is like, even though I don't know if Bryce has dated Black women before, I don't feel like he has, but that hasn't been explicitly stated. But Trinity has not dated white men before. And even though like they were not each other's types, they were immediately drawn to each other and chose each other. And he was like, I got the baddest one, like day fucking one.
Yeah.
And we can talk about the Kada of it all, which I really think that was producer driven, that Bryce pulled Kada and it was like a blip on the radar. But
yeah.
I have a few other things to say before we get into our recap, but let's do a little bit of business first.
Okay. As a reminder, we have a Discord. The link for that is in our Instagram bio. You can also submit a hot take in our Discord. And your hot take can be 1 minute or less. It can be any kind of opinion about this season or Love Island in general. And we will share it at the end of our episode. We do have one today. I'm excited to play it.
Yay. You said I'm going to like it, so I can't wait.
Yes. And as always, we would like to thank Jess Webb, perhaps, and Gianna331 for your Spotify comments of support.
Yes. And also, as always, please, please, please share the podcast with a friend. There's so many people. Every time I bring up Love Island, everyone that I know is watching it. So everyone should be listening to our podcast.
Yes.
Please share with a friend. We really, really would appreciate it. Leave us a 5-star review if you do that on Apple, or if you leave us a Spotify comment, we will shut you out on the pod as just exemplified. Follow us on all social media and on YouTube at She's Got the Chat. And a few questions for you, Maura.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with Love Island, except for I guess I've seen a few TikToks. But can you explain, I guess maybe you're the wrong person to ask since you have your like social media cleanse that you're doing. But do you understand what the
I'm not cleansed.
saxophones getting louder? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Everyone is like, when you're going to a restaurant, but the saxophones just keep getting louder.
I don't know. This is like something that people are saying online?
Yeah. And it's this.
Oh. I think this is like. Okay. I think this is kind of like you're going like maybe kind of crazy in a way.
Like POV, you thought your wedding was going as planned, but the saxophones are getting louder.
Yeah. I think it's like you're going crazy kind of vibes. Yeah. Because I've seen that. I've heard that audio on like videos and stuff like that.
When I bought this dress. When I thought this dress would be so cute for grad pics, but the saxophones just keep getting louder.
Yeah.
I don't get
like
it.
Oops, I fucked up. Oh, this is going badly.
When I ordered an Uber, but the saxophones just keep getting louder. Someone explain. Someone DM us, please.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in that based off of context.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like this is like bad vibes.
Okay.
Like, oh no, it's like things are getting bad, like that kind of vibe. Or like
Let me know if there's
going
like
insane.
more context or a reference that we're not gathering. If you're Gen Z and you're listening to this podcast, please let us know. Okay. 2 more things. I have to take back everything that I said on our podcast a week ago about how the problem with this season is that I like the boys more than the girls. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, that is kind of a hot take.
I felt that way at the time.
That's fair.
Because I was really anti-Kenzie. I still am like whatever about Aniya, but I still liked KC.
Mm-hmm.
I have done some flip-flopping, and I'm back on the girl train.
I'm with you. Very much back on the girl train.
And finally, before we get into episode 20, fuck, marry, kill, KC, Sincere, Corbin.
Ooh, wow. Fuck, this is impossible.
I know.
Marry Casey.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that I find the most attractive.
But he's like the most insidious, I think.
I don't know. I think Sincere is pretty bad. Corbin's just too fucking dumb. I could never marry him.
But you could like program him to be the husband you wanted him to be. You could do some hardwiring.
You think?
Of his algorithm? I think so. I saw somebody say Corbin is how I imagine a refrigerator would sound if refrigerators could talk.
That's hilarious. That's so real. Yeah, I would marry Casey, fuck Corbin, kill Sincere. What about you?
Marry Corbin, fuck Sincere, kill Casey.
Okay. Wow.
I have
A divided house.
spiel about Sincere and a spiel about Aniya. I have like really solidified and like changed my opinions on both of them in the past 2 episodes.
Do you want to say more? Do you want to wait?
I'll do it now.
Okay.
My spiel about Sincere is, I've said before that I think that Sincere believes his own lies.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a lot of people talking about how Sincere is a people pleaser. And I want to be super clear that in both of these cases, like it doesn't take away the harm of his actions. I don't think that like this is by any means an excuse. However, I do not think that he is as malicious as I once thought. I think he is a little dumb, and I think that he feels swayed at one point in these episodes. Caleb, not Corbin, Jesus Christ. Caleb says something to him about how, oh, when you're like with the person, like your heart takes over from your head. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that this is a head versus heart clash that we're seeing in Sincere. Okay. I think that it is a people-pleasing thing, that he is going to say to the person in front of him whatever they want to hear and whatever is going to make them happiest in that moment, with very little forethought and very little consideration of the long-term consequences, which is why we need Maura to come back into the villa and why we need a movie night so that we can see how he acts when he's directly faced with his actions.
Yeah.
Did you watch After Sun?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance to.
Okay, so you know how there was unseen footage that they were teasing? It was fascinating.
What was it? Because I had heard people were hoping it was going to be like, apparently Melanie, there was like a rumor about like Melanie and Kenzie like getting into it even further with Tierra. That got edited
because
out.
They were both removed. Yeah. I mean, I think that's true. We'll talk about it at the end of the episode when we get there. But no, that's not what it was. The unseen footage was something that I have always wondered about. What does the Casa recoupling look like? You know, because we know that they come in with or without their Casa pair, the ones that are in Casa, not in the villa. So they showed us the footage of the villa boys choosing if they wanted to go back to the villa alone or stay with their Casa matches.
Okay.
Sincere, oh my God, he's so dumb. He said, his whole speech was, a wise man once told me, the wise man is Bryce, that you have to stick with your shield. Like he like totally like misquoted this thing about what Bryce said about like laying down his shield and putting himself on the line and going back to be with Trinity. And he was like, so I'm going to go back to the villa alone. And then we see him go up to Maura and he says, I know if we had more time, it would have been you.
O-T. Great. I'm glad I voted for her.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That was the easy vote because what's Sydney going to shake up if she comes back into the villa? Sorry, nothing.
Exactly.
Dude.
Wow. Good. Let's get messy.
It's like if you know that she's the one, you just haven't had as much time with her, you should have brought her back. That's not true. You're saying that to her face because that's what you think she wants to hear and you think you're not going to have to face her again. And then you can go back and not have to deal with whatever Melanie is going to be upset about if you did bring her back. It's very much just like catering to his audience. Yeah. And I assume that this must have worked out for him to some level in his life. Mm-hmm. For him to be still doing this crazy cycle. But I actually have softened a little bit to him because I don't think he's as malicious as I once thought. I think he is simply dumb.
Okay, that's fair. I could definitely see all of that with him. The people-pleasing tendencies for sure. Yeah. And not really fully realizing like, oh, I can't, especially in this context of the show, he's not usually being filmed. He's not usually interacting with like the same people, like
he's
day
not
in and day
usually
out.
having his actions broadcast to the nation.
Exactly. Yeah. And so like a lot of that is like he's acting like he would on the outside, but like does not have that privilege of like anonymity that he probably needs.
Exactly.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. And again, does not negate the impact of his actions, does not mitigate the harm. Like, not okay for him to act this way. But I do think that's where it's coming from. And that's why I think he believes his own lies. And I also think, like, to be really clear, it's not like he is just trying to make everyone happy around him. Like, it's all about the impact on him. You know, he doesn't want to have to deal with the negative repercussions. He doesn't want Amora to be mad, Melanie to be mad, Sol to be mad, whatever. Like, he doesn't want to tell them the hard truth because he just wants them to like him as much as possible and to have his cake and eat it too, like the Casa Boy said.
Yeah, I agree.
So that is my new Sincere take. My new Aniya take is more of a 180.
Okay.
I see her through a completely different lens. I have said this whole season that I don't think Aniya is into Casey. I no longer think that. I think Aniya is very into Casey. I think that Aniya needs some sort of serious emotional intelligence training, therapy, something. I think that Aniya is extremely unable to connect with her own emotions. And I think that is why she never made it seem like she was into Casey, because I don't think that she really authentically knows how to express feeling. And I think that led to a lot of the discord and why we felt like she wasn't into him and this, that, and the other thing. And he felt like he was breathing life into her. Gross, disgusting. But I think that she is not ready for a relationship. I think that I actually am not that upset about what happened in these 2 episodes, because I think she needed this to happen to crack her open and so that she can really feel something, because I think that she like rejects feeling. And I'm sure that there's a lot caught up in that around being a woman of color, around whatever experiences she's had in life, having like a famous or wealthy dad, like whatever. I don't know that much about her life is the other thing.
Right.
I don't really know anything about her life.
That's a good point.
I don't feel like I know that much about any of their lives, TBH.
Yeah, definitely true. I feel like that's always kind of the case, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of characters to get to know. But I think that Aniya thinks that she is being more vulnerable than she is.
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
But she's actually extremely closed off. And maybe she is having all of these feelings. Maybe it's a being on TV thing too. I don't know. But she's not expressing her feelings in a way that is coming across to the audience, in my opinion, or Casey.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more in her relationships with the girls, but barely.
Right. Definitely.
And I imagine that she would like describe herself as like not an emotional person.
Yeah.
But she clearly is. And she's clearly ashamed of it. And we see that a lot in these episodes.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's where the disconnect is. I do think she has been into Casey probably this whole time and just hasn't known how to express it. And I actually ultimately think that this is going to be a good thing for her. This cracking open of her emotional self that we will get to at the end of episode 21.
I agree. It's like sad though to think about that.
It is sad.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't vote for Carl to come back into the villa. I don't think that she's ready for that.
Yeah. I did, unfortunately.
It's fine.
But it's fine. It's a 50-50 split. We'll see who comes back.
I think it will probably be him, but I really want it to be
Corey. God, we need to free Melanie. Free Melanie.
It's not going to work, but they both have lessons to learn. That's what I'll say. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Let's get into it.
With that context, I feel like now we can dive into it. No, I don't have to explain it moving forward, but those have been my seismic shifts. I've been doing a lot of thinking.
I love this show. I feel like I need to be doing more thinking about the show.
Okay. Let us move into episode 20.
Let's chat.
We start the episode with a chat between Kata and Che. They talk about having their partners be close with their family and marriage. I love what Kata said. She was like, I want to like elope. And as someone who just spent tens of thousands of dollars on a wedding, I'm like so pro eloping.
Yeah.
Zach and Alana discuss the challenge, and he tells her that he's been thinking about Kata. She feels like she can't fully be herself, comma, they kiss, period. Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Gall and Jen talk about the challenge, and he tells her that he wants to talk to Kenzie. And then we see that chat in Say Less. She wants to talk to him more, and ITMs that Jen is her girl, but she wants to talk to all of her options. And we see Trinity sleep in soul ties.
She's starting to feel really sad.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
In the morning, Casey and Corbin have a really horrifying conversation. They talk about bringing back TT and Paramita. Mm-hmm. And Corbin says that Paramita and TT are like college girls. And the girls in the villa are giving high school girls. Ugh. The fuck is this pedophile shit?
Yeah, this was not it. Obviously, like, Corbin is very young. So, like, college was pretty much last year for him. However, just like comparing people to like in a very young adult versus a child, still it's degrading for one thing, but also like give me a fucking break, Corbin, as if you're so fucking mature.
I just would never even, my brain would never go here. So it's like clearly his most recent frame of reference is like high school versus college, which is just kind of crazy. And honestly, like get older people on these shows. They're just more interesting.
Yeah. I want to see, maybe nobody else wants to see this, but I would love to see like a late, like mid to late 30s, 40s Love Island.
I would love it. Like 30
right?
to 45.
Yes, that would be perfect.
And you know who we could get on that show in a fucking heartbeat?
Oh, Grace?
Our girl Grace, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I have a very hot friend. We've tried to get her on a few different dating shows that she hasn't really followed through with, but she would be perfect for Love Island, but she's, I think, 32. And so,
yeah.
What is she going to do? Date Corbin? No.
Fuck that. She would, though. She would be into him, too, I feel.
I know, as I said it, I was like, no, she might.
She would totally date Corbin. That's hilarious.
Get in there, Grace.
Get in there, Grace. Go get Corbin.
If you're listening, producers, DM us. We have a great contestant for your older Love Island.
Your older Love
season.
Island. Oh, I would love it.
Yeah, I really hated this conversation. It was really, really icky. Mm-hmm. But Corbin is like, I haven't thought about Kenzie at all since being here. And Casey says that he got to the point with TT in 2 days that it took him 3 weeks to get to with Aniya.
Yeah.
And they talk about what they think about Sincere and Maura and if Sincere will bring her back to the villa. And then Sincere and Zach talk about what could be going on in the villa, and Aniya, Kata, and Kenzie talk about Carl. Aniya says that she hasn't really explored, and Kenzie encourages them to do a little bit more. She says if they are feeling their guy at all, they should take them back. And the guys are not holding back in the villa, the guys are not holding back in Casa, so they shouldn't either. I have to give Kenzie her flowers on one thing.
Yeah.
When this girl decides that she is done with someone, she moves the fuck on.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And that is so rare. And especially with these girls, they really could use more of that. But we saw her do it with Zach, and now we see her do it with Corbin. She is like, nope, done. I won't stand for that treatment. And she fully closes the door. And it is extremely impressive and extremely rare.
I agree. And also I loved that she encouraged the other girls to just be like, listen, fuck these guys. They're definitely getting after it. We need to do that too. Like, you owe it to yourself. And that it's the exact message that the girls needed to hear.
Yeah.
Despite the outcome.
They also get it from Melanie later, who is less of an appropriate messenger for the message, but a good message nonetheless.
Yeah, true. It cuts to commercial. And when we come back, we find out Alana has left Casa Amor.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I do kind of love these moments where they're just like, so-and-so's gone, moving on.
I know. It's such a parasocial show that they know that we know.
Yes.
Why? But like, imagine if you were watching it and not.
It didn't have the context.
Yeah, I think you actually would just miss it and then just maybe be like, what happened to that girl?
100%. 100%.
I also am going to need Zach and or the producers to tell Kada that this happened.
Yes. It needs to be explained. Corbin and Parmita then chat. They compliment each other. They feel like they're the same person. They are Fierro and Glinda. You're perfect. You're perfect. So we're perfect together. That is them 100%.
I saw this TikTok that was like, they are both so obsessed with themselves and their own appearances that like that is all that they care about in the other. And like they are kind of the same person in a way.
I agree. I actually kind of like them together.
Yeah.
But like, I don't necessarily like them as a couple. But it's fine. Kenzie and Dylan then discuss cheating. Both of them say they've never done it. And Jaden and Caleb discuss what they want in a partner. And then we see them kiss. Amora and Sincere then discuss how she did competitive baton twirling. And Sincere shares that he minored in ASL and then fails to remember how to do the letter A.
And also, I'm sorry, but like finger spelling is very different. She's like, teach me how to say something. And he's like, I can teach you how to spell your name.
I was like, bitch, you know the alphabet? Like, everyone knows the fucking alphabet.
Yeah, that is not sincere.
That's right. I'm like, that's not knowing ASL at all. Like,
no.
Like, I literally taught myself the ASL alphabet when I was like 11 years old.
Speaking of ASL, you know who actually speaks ASL? My friend Grace.
Oh, cool.
Producers.
Maybe I did know that, actually. That's awesome. Sincere ITMs that this is a tough decision for him.
Of course it is. I think, is this when he was like, I'm going to hurt someone's feelings either way? Or if someone's feelings are going to get hurt. And then he goes, it might be my feelings that get hurt. I'm like, yeah, it'll be either way you're going back with a girl. It'll be your feelings that get hurt if you upset them and they come back at you. It's like proof of my sincere theory, I think.
Yes. Agreed. Melanie then tells Corey that she likes acts of service and they talk about family, and she ITMs that she doesn't trust Sincere. Aniya then tells Gall that the Raunchy Raish's game was a tame challenge in comparison to other challenges. And I was like, was it? Because you guys were crazy.
There was an actual orgy.
I know. But she scared him, so I appreciated that.
But maybe like tame compared to like they weren't like sliding and things, or like
true.
There was no hig.
True. There was no hig. There was no necessary talk of shame. Ronnie and Jen then chat about how usually men fawn over her, but that hasn't been happening here. This was a very funny conversation.
She's
is
like,
her
why? Thing. She's like, usually everyone is falling all over me. She's like, I know I'm gorgeous, but I don't feel like I'm gorgeous here. Jen.
I really do love one of the things I love most about Love Island is putting all of these hot people who get so much attention normally being forced to be around people equally as hot or hotter than them.
Yes.
And realizing like, oh my God, I'm not the hottest person here. What am I going to do?
We've had this conversation before because it's like, obviously each of these people is the hottest in their friend group, right?
Yes.
And then going on the show where they are probably not the hottest on the show unless they're Kada and Melanie.
Right.
Yeah, they're so out of their element.
Yeah, it's a blast to love it.
Yeah, she really is exemplifying it beautifully for us this season.
She is, yeah.
I know I'm gorgeous and stunning, but like, why is not everyone fawning over me?
I know.
Wow, let me get out the world's smallest violin, Jen.
The Islanders then get a mail delivery. Kenzie gets the letter, shows the girls. It's pictures of the boys kissing the Casa girls. Kada starts crying. She ITMs that she feels stupid. Trinity sees this picture of Bryce sucking toes. I think this is when she might say this later, but I loved when she was like, I could tell that it was just in a challenge, but he loves he was sucking toes and he loves toes.
Yeah. She also said that when they got the suck for the challenge, she was like, God damn it, I'm going up against a toe sucker, a toe licker, whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Then we see Sincere get the mail from the villa. It's pictures of the girls chatting. Some of the girls are kissing. Corbin ITMs that he's happy for Kenzie. He has also fully moved on. And Bryce sees this photo of Trinity kissing Corey. Starts to get in his head. Mm-hmm. We then see Melanie crying, saying she's hoping that Sincere is doing this kiss in a challenge, and all the girls are like, "Girl, don't be fucking delusional. This is not a challenge."
No, it could be a challenge. It could be a challenge. And then she goes, "I'm being delusional."
I know.
She like is so self-aware in this moment, but like so hoping that it could possibly be in a challenge. Yep. And they're like, they're in a bed. His shirt is off.
I know. Like that's not it. Then we see the guys chat. Casey complains about Aniya. I can't remember what he said exactly, but it was a complaint. It was annoying. Mm-hmm. Bryce is worried. And Corbin says, regarding this picture of Melanie, he goes, "It's looking giggly like she said some shit, bruh."
Like he said some shit.
Yeah. Because it was like Melanie looking into Ronnie and looking giggly.
Sincere is like, I don't like the look that he's giving her. She's looked at me like that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I know exactly what he said to her. Mm-hmm. He said, "You deserve so much better than Sincere."
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wait, that's tea.
I know. And he's so aware. Like, he knows she deserves better than him. He knows that these gossip boys have seen things that he doesn't want Melanie to know about. Mm-hmm. It's true. So he knows what they'll be saying to her, and he knows that he's gonna have to say to get back in her good graces.
It's true.
And that he cannot bring Maura home and have any chance of rekindling things with her.
It's true.
Yeah, that was wild.
That is wild. Kata then cries in the makeup room and confirms that Zach's photo is from the first night because she took a picture of, I believe, the TV screen. Is that what she was saying?
No. Oh. Trinity said that she took a picture of the postcard, and so they were like zooming in to make sure that he was wearing the same thing that he was wearing the first night.
Okay, I thought she was saying she had taken a picture of the TV, which I was like, that is such a good fucking idea.
No, Trinity took a picture
of but whoever took the picture, regardless, it's a great idea to do that.
I'm pretty sure it was of the postcard.
Okay, well, they should have taken a picture of the TV.
I don't know if the producers would have let them.
I know. I'm also like, they probably didn't even have their phones on them, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, if they had been allowed, that would have been a good idea. Because then you would have been able to confirm like the clothing and the outfits and who is who and etc.
And had you not gotten this evidence, you also would have had something to refer back to remind yourself why you should be exploring.
It's a very good point. We then see Aniya cry. She feels discouraged.
She clearly doesn't want to cry in front of them. She like goes out into the hallway and Kenzie follows her, and then she's like crying in the photo booth.
This is when she's like, "Not the bitch with the Fulani braids."
Yeah.
That killed
Which
me.
I saw a lot of discourse about that. Well, she said it. I think she said it then, but she also said it when they got the postcard. I saw a lot of discourse about that. Apparently, Fulani braids are very expensive and very painful.
Oh.
And like take a long time. And so it just is kind of like, oh, like not that level of bitch that like, spends the time, money, and effort.
Got it.
Has the pain tolerance to do that.
Oof.
Also, when they're getting ready for bed, Melanie goes, "Return to fucking sender. Don't send me no mail like that ever again."
That's good.
I loved it.
She's great.
We also see Parmita say that she's not scared of Kenzie. And TT says Kenzie just likes anyone who likes her. There was a lot of discourse online of people being like, we're allowed to talk shit about Kenzie, but you're not allowed to talk shit about Kenzie.
She's our sibling. You can't talk shit. We can.
People got like really defensive of her.
It's so funny.
But it's also, the other thing that's funny about it is it's like they literally were watchers also before they were us. They were the fourth audience before they went on the show. So
absolutely.
But I get it. I understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
It is now nighttime, and Trinity, hypes up the girls in the makeup room. They encourage Aniya to bring someone back. And Casey is telling the boys that he is thrown off about Aniya. He says that he's never seen her that happy and he's not happy for her. And that she is on a thin ass line. And then Sincere asks, are you on a thin line? And he goes, well, no, I have more leeway because I spoke life into her every day in that villa.
That pissed me off
Error.
a lot. A bit, definitely an error.
Huge fucking error.
I was like, oh, Casey has a very different perception of what is happening.
He did, to a certain extent. I understand how he could have felt that because Aniya is very closed off. But the implication that, oh, that gives me the right to explore outside of the relationship and she doesn't have that right is where you're going wrong.
Yes. Like, you guys have equal allowance to do this.
Yeah, I'm like, you're fucking mad at her. You're talking about how you have nothing in common with her. You're bringing someone else back. You, like, are over her, but she's not allowed to explore anyone else.
Right. It's like, I would want my cake and eat it too.
He was mad because when she was kissing Carl on the postcard, her, like, leg was up, and he was like, she never did that to me. And it's this very much, like, I am deserving of her body thing.
Yeah.
That, again, in the past, we've talked about how, like, yeah, they really were not that affectionate with each other. And it's understandable that Casey could have felt some type of way about that because everyone is affectionate and you're getting none of that. Like, understandably, you might be like, are you not into me?
Yeah. Absolutely.
However, this, like, being mad that, oh, she's doing that with someone else and she didn't do it with me and I'm not happy for her. Again, it's like the feeling is not wrong, but it's like the meaning that he connects it to that is always really problematic.
Yes, I agree.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's like the entitlement.
Kata, Aniya, and Melanie chat. And Melanie is like, we look dumb. We look like that girl that is like, I don't care what he does when he's out because I know he's going to be sleeping in my bed tonight. And we should not be giving them this power. She's like, I'm going to give it my all. And they all agree to cuddle with their boys. A cuddle pact.
Love it.
Jen and Kenzie discuss the situation. This was so funny. Kenzie is like, Dylan is great. He does this, he does that, he does this, he does that. And Jen goes, okay, like, is that not enough for you? And then she goes, well, I'm just really into how Gaul looks. I always pictured myself having surfer babies.
It's insane.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember how Janae always used to be like, I always pictured me marrying someone with a J name. I always pictured me marrying somebody from England. I always pictured me with, like, a Latino man.
Yes.
I always pictured myself having surfer babies.
That was so funny. I did love that she did that.
Very funny.
Kenzie's very much the same way in that regard.
Yeah, Jen is handling this well. I would be pissed if I was Jen. I would be like,
fucking livid. I'd be like,
bitch,
get your paws
be
off.
with your man. All that you can tell me is that you like the way my man looks. Stop being selfish.
Right. I'd be like, period. He is hot, but back off.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Kata and Che chat about how she's feeling. He's interested in her. Jen and Ronnie chat, and he says he's calm. Jen ITMs that she has a crush on Gaul, but her and Ronnie do kiss on the dock. And then Sincere tells Bryce that he misses Melanie. And Bryce tells Sincere, one of the sweetest things I've ever heard in my life.
It was cute.
He said that he was looking through pictures of him and Trinity and all of the challenges, and it gave him hope. And he says, if she remembers all of this, that's what love is, bro. And that he wants to die on his shield. Bryce does this thing all the time where he, like, slightly misquotes something or slightly misquotes a metaphor.
Yes.
It's like die on the hill, but that's okay.
Yeah. He was like, I'm just going to fucking die on my shield.
I think it's he's mixing up die on a hill and lay down my shield.
Yes, he is mixing the two.
But anyway, very sweet. He wants to die on his shield of how he's feeling, and that is a beautiful thing for him to take a risk, because if it goes the right way, that shit is solidified. It is closed off.
So cute. Shout out Bryce. Everyone's just like, he's just like a fucking yearner. And I said this to you, of course, Ari, but we need to remember this is a Cancer man.
Yes.
Of course he's a yearner. What is a Cancerian nature if not yearning?
So
right?
true.
And happy Cancer season while we're at it.
Oh, we've entered
We're
our
in it.
season.
We're entered our season.
And I'm living with my husband and my mom, who are Cancers. You're a Cancer. I'm a Cancer.
Wow, you're surrounded.
I know.
That's
Side
a
note,
lot.
I'm not pregnant. I got my period, but my mom was like, Ari, you cannot have a Pisces. Because we were like, if I had been pregnant, she was like, there's too much water.
That's actually such a good point.
So now I'm kind of like, what if I get pregnant in August and have a Taurus? I think that would be ideal.
Taurus would be perfect.
I know.
Taurus is perfect. Yeah.
So come on, uterus.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, God. God, this was, Bryce.
So cute.
So fucking sweet. Caleb, Casey, TT, and Jaden talk about their first kisses. Carl and Aniya chat, and she wants to keep talking to him. He tells her that he once wrote a song for someone. They kiss, and Melanie tells Corey that she feels embarrassed, I'm assuming, about how she acted when they got the postcard.
Mm-hmm.
They chat dream dates. My dream date. Cute. And he knew that. Corey seems to understand that Melanie is going through a lot, and we see Kata and Aniya, they like sneak upstairs and to spy on them, and then they're like looking at Melanie and like being like, kiss him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this was so cute. I love the girlhood.
I know. It's working this year. It's great.
Okay, now we're going to move into episode 21, which I watched a record 3 times from start to finish.
Are you
and-
fucking serious?
Yeah, because I watched it
Wow.
with my mom. My mom and I took an edible and walked around the lake, and then we came home and watched this. And she was like, aren't you supposed to be like paying attention? I was like, oh, no, I'm going to have to watch this again. Like, I'm just watching it for fun with you. And then I was cooking all day yesterday, and so I watched it again while I cooked. But then I was like, I didn't take any notes, so I watched it again at night.
Wow. I am impressed.
And the Bryce and Trinity, as I told you, I watched several times more than that.
I love it.
So, episode 21, we see Kenzie tell Dylan that she wanted to go to nursing school to prove to herself that she was smart and capable. Why? Oh, because she almost didn't pass the 5th grade.
Yeah, that's tough.
And can I just say, Lord save us all if these are our medical professionals. If our medical professionals are like, I almost didn't pass the 5th grade, and so I need to prove to myself that I'm smart, so I'm going to be a doctor, a nurse. Like, yikes.
Yikes, indeed. Yikes, indeed. Maybe she's just a bad test taker, but 5th grade is really essential learning.
Mara, she's not just a bad test taker. She's dumb.
She is dumb. I
Sorry,
agree.
like we've seen it. You don't have to have 2013 vision to see that she's not the sharpest tool in the toolbox.
Period.
Parmita tells Corbin that she thinks that him and Kenzie just had sexual chemistry, and they talk about their life beyond the villa. I really hate, she's like, I can't wait until we have our cars. And I just needed to comment, like, I really hate car culture. I hate that, like,
oh yeah,
our society is so based around cars, and I wish that we had a really robust infrastructure of public transportation. Did you see that thing when like Trump said that Tylenol causes autism, and it was like the United States if Tylenol caused autism, and it was just like trains across everywhere.
Yes. And you know what? I would love for the United States to invest more in trains. I fucking love trains.
Yes.
I took a train to get up here, and it was so easy.
Driving is dangerous. It's bad for the environment, and it forces our cities to be built around roads and highways and parking lots. And I'm very against it. So
same.
But I'm like, they obviously are into it. She's like, I want you in my car. I want to be playing my shit. I want you to try my food.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's very Miami.
Bryce talks to Sydney about how hard this has been for him, and she tells him that he was in her top 2. One last try there, Sydney. And
I know. You tried.
He ITMs that he doesn't want to explore something out of reaction to what he saw on the postcard.
Very mature.
He is a good man.
I know. He's a good guy. I really wasn't sure initially, but he's proven himself for sure.
I wasn't sure initially either, and then he slowly became one of my favorite Islanders.
Yeah.
Him and Trinity separately and together.
Yeah.
I love them. They're going to win the show.
Obviously. It is then morning in the villa. Sincere says that he doesn't have any anger toward Melody after seeing the letter.
Melody?
Yeah. Did I say Melanie? Melanie. Did I say Melody?
I thought so.
Okay, no. So yeah, Sincere says he didn't have any anger toward Melanie after seeing the letter and ITMs that both women bring a whole pie to the table.
He goes, they're not just a slice or a topping. They're both a whole pie.
Like, my
Sincere.
God, shut up.
Somebody wrote, who needs Shakespeare when we have Sincere?
So good. That's amazing. Corey then sets up a picnic date for Melanie, and I thought it was so funny. There's like a brief shot where he's like taking pictures of her sitting with the picnic. I was like,
I know.
Little Instagram boyfriend vibes.
It was good. And as that was happening too, all the girls were looking out the sliding glass door like, oh,
yeah,
so
screaming.
cute.
Yeah. They discuss cooking, and then we see them kiss. Loved this. Carl then escorts Kenzie to the dock where Dylan has set up a massage date. They talk about their first kisses, and Dylan doesn't remember his, and that actually is sad to me.
It's weird to me.
Yeah, like how do you not remember your first kiss? That's such like a pivotal moment of your life.
Mine was actually really similar to Kenzie's.
What was yours?
The night that Obama was elected.
A beautiful night.
A beautiful
2008.
night.
Let's set the scene.
2008. I'm in Waldorf school. We all are watching together because our assignment for that night was to color in blue or red on the whole map of the United States as the results came in.
Oh, love
and there was this little boy named Teddy, and he was much shorter than me. And we were, I don't know, all out like walking around thinking we were so like fun and cool as 13-year-olds do. And then we were saying goodbye at my door, and he picked me, and I ran into my room, and then we left.
Oh, it was just a peck.
Yeah, which is exactly. Well, I also have a story of like my first makeout, but
yeah,
that's what Kenzie said hers was too.
You know, I actually don't know if I remember my first peck.
Wow, how sad.
I remember the first time I kissed a guy on the cheek.
We're so Kenzie and Dylan right now.
I was in 6th or 7th grade, I think, and we were on a bus back from a field trip, and I got dared, and so I kissed this guy on the cheek.
It was a really big deal when we all started hugging each other at one point.
Oh, yeah.
In middle school too.
Yes.
I like showed up to some party and everyone was like, we're hugging, and I was like, oh my God.
Wait, that's so funny.
Not like a party, like with our parents.
Got it. Yeah. We're hugging each other. Get ready. God, that's so funny. Gal and Jen then chat.
2 things.
Oh, yeah. We have to talk about what was on the dock.
Was it condoms?
I think it was condoms.
Because he also said when he was talking about the date, he was like, I want to lube her up.
Oh. Yeah, I think it was like condoms and probably lube.
Because we know that there are Love Island branded condoms everywhere.
Yes,
around
there
the
are.
villa.
Someone send me one. I need one.
Please.
I don't use condoms, but you know.
Well, yeah, no, we don't need one to use. I would never dare.
Never. And I would never anyway. You're right. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
No, I'll keep it forever.
It'd be kind of sick to like whip out like, here's my Love Island branded condom. Oh man.
But no, I think
like,
there were
frame it.
condoms like laid on the towel. It was very odd.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to mention is his name is pronounced Gal. It's a Hebrew name.
Oh, Gal. Did I say gal? Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Gal. Okay.
He's a Jew. I don't know anything beyond that, but
Oh, nice. Gal. Okay. I'll remember that. Like gallbladder. Okay.
and he is, yes, exactly. That's how I think of it too, like gallbladder. He is apparently like quite the little Venice celebrity. Like everyone is in love with him or wants to fuck him or has fucked him. Like everyone knows who Gal is. And I've seen a lot of his employees make content too. Like when your boss is on Love Island, OMG.
Yeah. I get it. I feel like he's got a lot of riz.
Yeah, I think he's probably cuter in person too. And I bet he's
Yeah.
tall. Tall Gal.
Tall Gal. Yes.
Oh, I also wanted to comment. This goes back a little bit, but I think it's pretty clear that Melanie did not like kissing Corey.
Oh, I don't know if I noticed that.
She like went to like stop kissing him before he wanted to stop kissing her, and then he kind of kept kissing her, and then at the end he went to kiss her again, and she wasn't like opposed, but it wasn't giving like I can't wait to kiss you again.
Okay, interesting. Che and Kata then chat about Boston and New Hampshire, talking about the accent. She doesn't really have a Boston accent.
No, he's like, most people from New Hampshire just say they're from Boston, which is so funny because her sister recently made a TikTok and was like, everyone is on Kata for saying that nobody knows where New Hampshire is, but nobody knows where New Hampshire is, and usually we just say we're from Boston. Or she was like, most people from here just say they're from Boston. So
what?
He's not wrong.
How do people not know where the fuck New Hampshire is? Do we need to show people a map? Are we kidding right now?
Yes, Mara, we do need to show people a map.
What the hell? This is so bizarre.
I don't need to explain to you that we have an educational crisis in this country, do I?
You're right. You are correct. We definitely do. We definitely do. Trinity and Ronnie discuss the postcard, and she feels like Bryce's photo is from the challenge at least, and then discusses how she's never really talked to someone outside of her race. She's worried about Bryce seeing her kiss with Corey.
They're so aligned because she knows exactly how this is going to come across to him, which is, oh, she's with her type and she's going to leave me. And that's exactly what Bryce is scared of. And she's scared that Bryce is going to think that, which he is.
Yes, it's true. But at least he doesn't act on it because he's smart.
No, because he's a mature, good person.
Yeah. Gall and Kenzie then discuss their relationship. She says her eyes go to him a lot. And we see Jen talk to the other girls, and she questions why Kenzie keeps pushing it with Gall.
Jen says, she just likes talking to two people, I think.
She
and
does.
Kata goes, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to. I think she just likes her options.
She likes having options. She's a girl in demand.
So I loved the way that they had this conversation because, like, there was, like, no malice towards Kenzie in it.
Yeah, I agree. Jen is really handling this well.
Has her head, yes, on her shoulders very, very firmly. I think it is an objectively annoying thing about Kenzie that I'm sure could cause problems with her friendships. But they're very nice about it and seem to be very supportive of her.
Agreed. Yes. Carl and Aniya play volleyball. They had a great volley. Very impressive volley back and forth here.
They both are players.
Yeah. Aniya then says that she's feeling conflicted, and he worries that he's not as outgoing as Casey. Sincere then talks to Tiara about how he's been feeling regarding Melanie and Amora. He tells her that Casey is very different with Tiara, and Casey seems really happy. Trinity and Sincere then get a text. Tonight is the recoupling, and we see the Islanders weigh up what they want to do.
It is now nighttime in the villa. You read the girls look great. Specifically, let's comment on to Melanie.
Yeah, Melanie looked fire.
Unreal. I loved this white
choker?
set with the choker. Oh, she looked so good.
Yes.
Her body was fire.
Body tea.
And Trinity, this is, I think, my favorite look of anyone all season.
Oh, I love that both her and Bryce are wearing yellow.
We're wearing yellow.
That was so cute.
Did the producers tell them to do that shit?
I don't know. Maybe. I could see it.
Apparently, this was like a $3,000 outfit, too.
Whose? Which one?
Trinity's, not Bryce's. What do you mean?
I wasn't sure if Melanie's maybe, but wow. Where did she get that from? Do you think they provided those outfits for them?
I kind of do.
I think so too. I was getting the vibe, especially with like the way that they were editing, like the scene of them getting ready. I was like, ooh, I feel like we spent some money here. And these outfits are really nice.
I'm going to send you, I saw it on Style Spotter.
Oh, sweet. I love that. I love Style Spotter.
Amy Taylor Collection Kikiana Couture Set, $3,052.
Hot diggity damn.
She looks so fucking good in it.
She looks really good. Yeah, I loved this outfit.
Yeah, she looked amazing.
Sir.
And Melanie looked amazing. Those were the two main standouts for me.
I agree.
Ariana enters, also looks amazing. The butt crack is out.
Woo! The secret butt crack was wild.
It was wild. This was a custom outfit. Her hair was normal.
Yeah, I liked it.
Praise the Lord. We see our single Islanders go first. So Jen, of course, chooses to recouple with Gall. Her speech was so funny. She was like, I really liked getting to know all the guys, but there's two in particular that I was talking to. And of those two, there was one in particular that I want to keep talking to. And I get this feeling, some people call it butterflies, but I don't know what to call it. But I get it when I talk to him and I choose Gall. It was like one of the weirdest recoupling speeches I've ever heard.
Well, it was also the first time she had to do one.
True.
Which
That's
is funny.
fair.
Yeah. I do like that, though. Some people call it butterflies, but I don't know what to call it. It's like you could call it butterflies, I suppose.
You could call it, yeah, what it has been agreed upon to be called.
I love it.
Then we see Caleb enter with Jaden. They look really stiff and uncomfortable.
Yeah, I did love the blue shirt he was wearing, though.
Yeah. They're all so happy for him. They're all like,
Yeah.
she's so hot, dresses tea. And then like they sit down and Melanie is like, hi. Like they're all like, we missed you.
Yes. I feel like the girls really have a great relationship with Caleb. It's such a green flag.
He's kind of the Intel Islander.
I know. I would have never
Like the one who
that.
they all are like, we like want him to find love, but not with us.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he also, when he was in Casa, was like, I really miss the girls.
I know. So sweet. He seems like a sweet baby.
When they see him coming out too, Trinity goes, our cowboy. Kate is like, this is why we saved him, to give him another chance.
Yes.
And Aniya goes, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. And I'm like, girl, that's not the right reference.
Mm-mm.
You do
It's
that
not.
when someone disappoints you.
Exactly.
There's something,
Yes.
I don't know what it is about Aniya where I'm just like, she doesn't like fully get it. I don't know. Maybe it's like a level of just like innocence. Like she was actually too young for America's Next Top Model probably, and like has heard that phrase but doesn't really know what it means. But it felt a little deeper to me where I was like,
Possible.
that was like not the right thing to say. And not in like a way that I'm judging her or anything. I'm just like, there's like a disconnect with her.
Sure. Maybe she's just too tightly wound.
Ariana then tells Kenzie that it's her turn, and she asks, how have the last few days been for you? And she says, and I quote, the last few days have been a lot better than they were with Corbin.
Say it.
She's like, I should have seen the red flags, but he fooled all of us. All the girls are agreeing with her. And her and Ariana reveal to Caleb that they got the heart rate challenge streamed into the villa.
And Dylan mouths, fuck yeah. Which I thought was great. Very funny.
I was kind of confused. Did the Casa
About-
Boys not know? They had to have known.
It's a great point, but maybe they didn't. Maybe it didn't come up. That feels unlikely.
They must have known. I was wondering if that was taken out of context because that didn't make sense.
That's possible. That's very
But yes,
possible.
she chooses to recouple with Dylan. I think that had she gone first or had Jen picked Ronnie, she would have picked Gall.
Yeah, I sort of maybe wondered that too.
Corbin then enters with Parmita, and the girls collectively boo him together. Boo, Corbin, boo. And then they start going tomato, tomato.
Yes. Yes.
Tomato,
Ooh,
tomato is
tomato.
crazy.
Oh, have you not heard that before?
No, I've heard it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's the booing was wild.
Yeah, the collective booing and tomato, tomato was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, he was disgusting, but I was so impressed with how they all came through for Kenzie in this moment.
I agree. I love this. They were also very positive about Parmita. They were like, it's not her, it's him. Like, she looks great. She's beautiful. I was like, wow, classy ladies. Love to see it.
Yes, and that was before Parmita spoke, but
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
it was.
Kenzie shares with Corbin that the heart rate challenge was live streamed and the girls all go in on him. He's like, this is how the process works. And Melanie has a great moment where she's like, I didn't read in the rules that you're supposed to be disrespectful. She's like, yeah, you can explore your connections, but Kenzie would never talk about you like that. And they're all pissed at him. But yeah, he's like, I made this decision based on what was best for me. And Parmita is like, he never disrespected the girls to me, so I didn't know this, which I think was a good take. But then later she kind of flips and is like, I was there. It's like, no, you didn't see what they're talking about. But I did appreciate her taking the stand of like, he didn't disrespect you to me.
Right.
Because that is important. As a Casa girl, you want to come in and be able to make friends with the OG girls.
Yeah. Agreed.
So we'll see some errors in that regard.
Big time. Yes.
Kata feels like Zach did not respect her. She goes next. And she chooses, nonetheless, to stay single, not recouple with a Casa boy. Zach walks in alone and is excited that Kata was loyal to him. And she's like, I respected you. I didn't kiss anyone outside of a challenge. And he's like, yeah, I forced myself to try. But he says something about, like, I forced myself to try. Like, it took me until, like, the second or third night or something.
Yeah, he did say that. And I was like, I don't think that's true.
And, like, wrong thing to say, especially given that we literally saw her being like, I know this was night one.
Right. I thought someone was going to say something about that, but
Me
I guess
too.
not.
I'm surprised it didn't turn into a thing.
Me too. Maybe it will, but
he does say that after he kissed Alana, he knew that he missed Kata. Someone tell Kata that Alana was kicked out of the villa.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. He sits down with her and he's like, I'd rather be with you and you be mad at me than you not be with me. So I'm happy. I'll make it up to you. She's like, you better. I kind of like their relationship.
Yeah, it's growing on me. I love Kata, so.
Melanie goes next and she praises Corey's effort. She like gushes about the breakfast that he made for her. And she says that it's been hard to hear from all the Casa boys that she deserves better. She feels embarrassed. Sometimes she does not know who Sincere is. And she says, Corey, you're perfect. You're everything I wanted in a guy. But I'm choosing to stay loyal to Sincere. Question for you. Season 6, we saw both Serena and, why can't I think of her name? Kaylor.
Cordell? Oh, Kaylor. Yeah.
Choose to remain single. Not in the like, I want to be in a couple with them when they come back way, but like, I want to be single. I don't want to recouple and I don't want to be with Aaron or Cordell.
Right.
Why is that not an option? Because that feels kind of like what Melanie should have done here. However, I don't know. My take is that it's not an option because there simply aren't enough places for them all to sleep. But what do you think?
I think that's possible. I would imagine that it is probably an option. She just didn't want to do it. There was also like a brief moment where I thought maybe Caleb would come back alone.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I was just kind of like, maybe he'll just throw in the towel. I don't really think he likes Jaden.
I don't think so either.
I don't know. It's a good question though. It would have been a very good strategy of Melanie to be like, I refuse to accept this and I will remain single and fuck the consequences. Yeah, it might be a bed thing. I could see them not wanting to do that.
When we come back from commercial break before Sincere walks in, Ian has an amazing line.
I also wrote this down word for word because I fucking died.
He said, Melanie has chosen to remain single. So will Sincere return with a girl from Casa Amor and break her heart tonight? Or will he return single and do it later?
This was amazing.
It was so good.
I was dying. I literally paused and laughed out loud. That was so good. What a good fucking line. Good job, Ian. You're thinking what we're all thinking.
I know.
So funny.
So Corey wishes Melanie and Sincere luck, and Sincere walks in alone and says that he feels like the luckiest man in the world. He's like, I'm so blessed. I get to see someone very beautiful. And Melanie goes off on him. She's like, I am so embarrassed. We saw you biting the shit out of some girl's lip. She didn't even say anything about the fucking heart rate challenge. She should have.
I know.
At least that we saw.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've made a lot of mistakes, but I did miss you. And then Zach speaks up and is like, well, I can tell you that like Sincere and I were staring off every day at the villa, talking about how we wanted to go home. And Kenzie takes this as an opportunity to shit on Zach. She's like, you were also disrespectful in a challenge. You said that you do like blondes. Yes. And I'm like, this is the first time that she has acknowledged Zach since the very beginning of the show, and she still fucking hates his guts for saying that she wasn't his type.
That's hilarious.
It was so
I don't know
funny.
why I didn't like put it together that like, of course she's like, no, you disrespected me in that challenge. I haven't talked to you in weeks, but you
Yeah.
were disrespectful to me by making fun of the blondes.
It was so funny.
That is hilarious.
Hermita kind of pipes up to defend the boys, and it's giving MAGA. She's like, oh, like, this is just how boys talk to each other. This is like, he was just thinking with his dick. Like, I'm sure he didn't actually mean that. It's giving locker room talk.
100%. I agree. Yeah. She probably is mega TBH.
As Sincere goes to sit down, he gives Melanie this dinky ass little flower and goes, I got you this.
The fucking flower. He really thought he ate with that.
Maura had that exact flower in her hair.
Do you think it was the flower he took from her hair?
Either he took it from her hair, he gave her the same one, or he got the idea from her. It has to be one of the three, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh my gosh. Okay, next up is Trinity. Trinity says that she couldn't give Corey 100% of her attention, and she likes how funny Bryce is. He's weird. He's just weird and funny. She decides to stay loyal to Bryce.
Wait, in her recoupling speech, she literally says, I love how him and Zach are just headasses together. I love their connection. Praises Bryce and Zach's connection.
That was so insane. I loved it, though. It was so funny.
I loved it. She's like, I did not expect to have a breakdown, but I did. I was crying. I was sleeping in soul ties.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with my gut and stay loyal to Bryce, and then we hear. The song Forever to me will just be like this cinematic moment.
It's so funny because when does it? Oh, never mind. At the end.
What?
Yeah, this was great. I was wondering when Human by Christina Perri played, but it's later.
I feel like Bryce looked so fucking hot walking in. Like, he also, like, I'm like very into him. It's like the black girlfriend glow up that they always talk about.
Yes.
He is looking good now. Like,
You're
there's
right.
something like off about him. Like, his picture was hot, but then like in the beginning of the season, he wasn't doing it for me, and now he is doing it for me. Even this like really baggy ass outfit that he's wearing, yummy.
He's just such like a sad boy, and there really is something so endearing about that.
He's such a Tumblr boy.
Yeah, he is. Bryce comes in alone. He runs in. He runs. He's like, I'm not fucking walking. I'm not taking my time. He gets up to where Ariana is, and he's like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. And then Trinity starts crying. And then I started crying.
Me and my mom are watching this crying.
They're both like, I missed you so much. I was like, they're like literally in love. It's like so cute.
You know, he's like, I didn't kiss anyone out of a challenge.
Right.
I didn't cuddle anyone.
All
All I could think about was you.
I know. And he was like, I was really crushed seeing the picture of you in the photo booth, but like, I was just really having hope. And
He was like, yeah, I was like, oh, this is fucked. But like, I'm so happy.
so sweet.
Oh my God. After this reunion, my mom goes, oh no, am I gonna like this show? It's on every night. I was like, Mom, this is like the best moment of the entire season. Like, don't base that you don't have to watch the show on the Trinity reunion. Like, no, it was so fucking cute. Then Ariana is like, as you've both chosen to remain loyal to each other, you're still in a couple. And he's like, can I get over there? And she's like, yeah. And he runs up to her and he kisses her. And they sit down and he goes, oh my God, thank God this is over. And she goes to wipe the like foundation or like lip liner or whatever it is. He has like dark makeup all over his mouth. And he goes, leave it on. And this is a cinematic moment steeped in history because the day that this episode aired, it was the 1 year anniversary of the Nick and Alandria kiss in Soul Ties, where almost the exact same thing happened.
Wow. That's
They
crazy.
kiss for the first time outside of a challenge. She gets makeup all over his face, and he says, no, I like it. Leave it on.
Leave it. Wow.
Just saying there's something there.
There is something there.
Obviously, like, they get compared to Nick Alandria because the racial dynamics are the same.
Course,
However, I think that their story as a couple is so much more similar to Serena and Cordell.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, for sure.
of like in the beginning they were together and then they weren't really sure if they liked each other, and then I mean obviously Casa and Moore went totally different for them, but they came back together and were stronger than ever and like ended up, I mean they're still together, falling in love. And we got a DM from a listener who was like, I want better for Trinity rather than somebody who just like no one else wants. What is your take on that?
They were basically like they got coupled by default. I was like, they didn't end up coupled as a default like Aniya and Casey. They like legitimately picked each other.
Yeah.
I said, I think they both questioned the relationship early on because of the age difference and the racial differences, but found that they liked each other and enjoyed each other's company. To me, it's almost a friends to lovers surprise connection storyline. Like the least suspecting person ends up being your person. And I think that's a really lovely love story.
Totally. Especially because like they were into each other in the beginning. The audience was like, oh, like, and even us, I was like, I think that they like really do care about each other as friends. I never was like, these people don't like each other.
Definitely.
The person
They
also
seemed
was
like
like,
besties.
everyone thinks Bryce is a bad kisser. I'm like, no, I think that was Kenzie.
Just
and
Kenzie.
Jen said something about it too, but maybe he's just meant to kiss black women. I don't know. Maybe he's not for the whites. And is that heartbreaking for me as somebody who has a newfound passion for Bryce? A little bit. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I will buy his calendar.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, we got a new heartthrob in town.
I'm really into this. Like it was so sweet. It was so sweet. The producers crushed it with the editing, like crushed it with this story.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God, it was so good. All of it. Even the like, oh no, she's going to go be with this person who's her type, this black man with tattoos. And then she knew he was feeling that way. He was scared that that was going to happen. And then like the reunion. Oh my God, it was cine-fucking-matic. I absolutely loved this. It was my favorite moment of the season and maybe one of my favorite moments in several seasons.
I agree. It was fantastic. It was so cutie.
I need to watch it again, like right now.
Okay, well, let's wait until after the show.
Hold on.
I know. Okay, Aniya is next. She says that it was nice to have a chance to explore, but she's choosing to stay loyal to Casey.
She says it like almost like a question. She says, I think I'm going to continue my connection with Casey. She says it with no confidence.
Yeah. We see Aniya cry, and Trinity says, yo, y'all easy as shit, which I loved.
Yeah.
Aniya says she feels stupid. Trinity calls Casey trifling. Aniya's like, y'all were right. Fuck me. I look delusional as fuck. Carl is crying. Carl's a mess. Carl's a mess.
Did you see when they were meeting all the Casa boys and Kenzie was like, are you Carl? Oh no, you're Kyle. And somebody took a screenshot of this and said, close enough. Welcome back, Summer House.
Welcome back, Summer House. Yes. So funny. Casey is like, it's sad to see her like this, but I had to make this decision for myself. She says, fuck you. He's like, I picked you time and time again, even when no one picked me.
And then he turns to Ariana. He's like, remember when no one picked me on the first night?
I was like, okay, clearly he never got over that.
No.
Clearly that's been on his mind every day since then. Yeah. Aniya then says, I picked you every time. I picked you time and time again. It was very Grey's Anatomy.
It was, but you want to know what? This is kind of the moment that things clicked into place for me. I was like, oh, actually, that's true. It never felt like she was choosing him because like I couldn't feel like
her
the
feelings,
emotion behind it. But she did pick him. She picked him in the recoupling. They picked each other with the letter writing thing. She did.
Yeah. She did. Absolutely. 100%. Human by Christina Perry is playing. Very, very dramatic. Loved this song choice.
Grey's Anatomy death.
Yes.
This whole thing was so Grey's Anatomy.
It was. Pick me, choose me, love me. I'm only human. Yeah. Tiara then says that she has a good connection with Casey.
After this whole thing of Casey being awful and like obviously choosing someone else, and he says something about like, I appreciate Aniya, she's great, she comes from a great family, she does great things, and Aniya turns to the girls and goes, oh, he's like writing me off. And I'm like, oh my God, she still wants him Even
Yeah.
in this moment of like humiliation and pain and like him so actively not choosing her, she
Yeah.
is still upset that he's making it clear that he's done with her.
Yeah.
She's like, I at least still want to be an option. Like she so deeply needs to like work on her self-worth.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. Trinity calls Casey sneaky. And then we see Tiara and Trinity go back and forth. Tiara calls Trinity a little girl.
So Trinity is like, why did you say that thing to Bryce about
Yes.
how we didn't deserve to be in the top 4? Which, to be clear, actually Casey never said. He just said that him and Aniya and Zach and Kata were like the only established couples that should have been in the top
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
But I understand where Trinity is coming from, but this has definitely been a little bit twisted.
Yeah. Yeah. So like Tiara starts to try to defend Casey. Trinity is like, I'm talking to him, not you. Like, you don't need to be talking right now. Tiara calls her a little girl and says, are you going to shut me up? And Aniya goes, is this Bad Girls Club?
And this is the moment where in certain shots you can see that Melanie and Kenzie are not sitting around the fire pit.
I'm glad that I didn't even notice this at all, obviously. But on your 3 watches, I'm glad that you did.
Well, it's also all over the internet.
Yeah, also true. That is crazy. I wonder what they did.
I don't know.
I would like to see that footage.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe this could be the footage that we get at the reunion. We usually get
Reunion
some
footage.
kind
Yep.
of this is what actually happened during the deliberation at the fire pit or whatever. However, it feels like they were removed to protect themselves, so maybe not.
I think that's true as well. Yeah. One thing I did see online that was very, very funny is all the photoshopped pictures of Casey and Tiara where like he's really tiny or like he's a little baby and she's really buff or they're wearing each other's clothes. It's like hilarious to me.
I know.
Casey then makes a very fucking strange comment. He says, I can see my mother and my sister in Tiara.
Yeah, he says like she's from South Central. I used to live in South Central.
Yeah. But I'm like, why are you saying that you can see your family members in this person that you like want to sleep with?
It's giving Oedipus.
Very much.
But I saw a take that of somebody who was like, he is so jealous of Aniya because like she has this famous father, like who now has a foundation. Like who doesn't want to have a dad that played in the NBA? How cool. Now he has this foundation that like she works at and like he just kind of feels like not good enough maybe for her lifestyle.
Ah, interesting. That is a very interesting take, actually. I could genuinely see that, actually. He might feel like he can't live up to maybe her standards.
TT is obviously ready and willing to throw hands.
Yeah, literally. Ready to throw hands.
And like, girl, first of all, I understand that you're coming in, you want to defend your man, but you should fucking know that the audience is anti-Casey right now.
I agree.
And if the audience is anti-Casey, the only thing that is going to keep you around is you. And now the audience is anti-you. And also you're coming in making enemies with all of the Villa girls. This was such a fucking bad idea. Literally, I
Very
think Kata
bad.
says, bad, like wrong way to come into the villa, bitch. And
She was right.
all keep calling her baby too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this was crazy.
This was bad. Yeah, this was pretty bad. So Casey says that it was effortless with Tiara and it took effort with Aniya. He says that he doesn't need anyone to respect him. Carl says that he's disappointed but wishes Aniya the best. Aniya is left single and vulnerable. She starts to cry. Melanie pulls her away. Don't cry here. And we are left knowing that America's voting for one Casa boy and girl who deserve a second chance. Loved this twist.
But like, oh my god, are we gonna get it in some like cots? How are we gonna make this work?
Phew. Fuck if I know.
Yeah,
Fuck if I know.
this was wild.
Yes, the fight was crazy.
Can we also talk about Bryce's facial expression sitting next to Trinity while Trinity went in on TT? He was like, "This my girl." I saw so many things that were like, Bryce will never have to eat a meal he doesn't like at a restaurant. Trinity will send that shit back. He knows he was like so pleased sitting next to her.
He did not care at all. Like, he was happy about it. Okay. Should I do the hot take?
Yes.
Okay. This is definitively not a hot take, but I did want to share it. So,
okay.
Okay, I don't know if this is necessarily a hot take. I think a lot of people who listen to the pod would agree with me on this, but I just had to do a voice note anyway. The intro song that you guys have is an absolute banger. It is so good. I love listening to it. Honestly, sometimes I rewind and I listen to it twice. Because when I'm at work and I'm listening to the episodes, it just like puts a smile on my face. I mean, it is so good. You guys did an amazing job with it. I mean, it's Banta. And then the beat drop. So good. Thanks for all you do.
Oh my God.
This is from Mallory. Thank you, Mallory. I like tear up hearing that, actually.
Oh,
Shout out, Gabe.
Shout out to my husband.
Shout out, Gabe. It's all him.
That makes me so happy. Yeah, it is a banger. And he did it all. He did obviously the Let's Chat of it all as well. Mm-hmm. And he is, as I lovingly refer to him, he's our unpaid intern. Somebody, really I think it was like my uncle at one point. I was like, we have to like file taxes. And he was like, do you have any paid employees? I was like, just our unpaid intern, Gabe. But oh my God, thank you, Mallory. Will you send that to me so that
absolutely
I can play it for Gabe? That's so sweet.
It's so sweet. Yeah, thank you.
And agreed.
Yeah, it is a banger. It's fun. I like listening to it too.
Yeah, me too.
It's Banta. What you know about Brexit? I always do oh my God, I'm forgetting his name.
The Callum part?
Callum, thank you.
I also say it out loud with him every single time.
Me too. Let's get into our awards. Ari, who was your MVP?
This is so hard for me. I really have two. So I'll lay out my cases and you can tell me which one you agree with.
Love it.
I'm very stuck between Melanie and Trinity. Melanie crushed these episodes until she chose Sincere.
Agreed.
She was very certainly my MVP until the recoupling. And then Trinity emerged as, I mean, first of all, she did such a beautiful job in these episodes of setting up a winner storyline for her and Bryce. She played it perfectly. Mm-hmm. She did everything perfectly. I just thought that Melanie had a more interesting storyline because she was exploring. She was hearing the stuff about Sincere. She was keeping a very level head. She was encouraging the other girls to explore.
Yeah.
So I will say Melanie was my MVP of like the episodes until the recoupling, and then Trinity was the MVP of the recoupling.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
Who was yours?
I gave it to Trinity because, I just thought that she absolutely crushed the yearning for Bryce, and then the reunion was obviously incredible, and she stays funny. I love that she went in on Casey. I love that she went toe-to-toe with Tierra. She did not hold back. Obsessed.
She's like, we need to boot this girl out, this bitch.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
She said that right to us. She said that to America.
She did. She spoke to us.
She knows we have her back. Who was your most toxic?
I gave it to Tierra, I think for obvious reasons. She should not have taken up such a strong defense for Casey. She should have let him take that battle himself, and that was a bad idea. What about you?
Casey, for how he spoke about Aniya, for being secretly red-pilled and pulling the wool over our eyes. There's been so much discourse about how red-pilled he is. And I think him and Corbin definitely both are. There's a lot of, value. Like, oh, this is going to increase my market value. I didn't even think about that of being, like, out of the villa. I thought about it in terms of, like, when he got back to the villa from Casa. But I do think he meant outside of the villa. Yeah. Oh, Casey. So bad. Such a bummer.
Hate to see it. What was your most shocking moment?
The Trinity TT fight.
Same. That was crazy. I didn't expect that.
What was your error?
Similarly to my toxic, Tierra going so hard for Casey and getting into that fight with all the girls. Just what a bad fucking idea. Don't ever do that.
Same. Yeah. Mine was TT villainizing herself with all of the Villa girls. Literally moment one of meeting them
Mm-hmm. What was your LOL moment?
I think what Ian said about Sincere breaking
That was mine
Melanie's
too.
heart.
Yeah, because it was hilarious.
It was so funny.
It's great.
Okay. And I don't think that my finalist predictions have changed at all.
Okay.
Still,
Yeah.
Melanie and Sincere, Zach and Kata, Bryce and Trinity will win. And
Yes.
oh wait, did I? Oh no, they have changed. I think I gave it to KC and TT last time. Okay, let me think. It really depends. I think maybe if Carl comes back into the villa, like we'll ride that victimization wave, and Carl and Aniya could be in the finale. Maybe Kenzie and someone.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know, but I feel pretty confident about the other three.
Same. I'm with you.
Cool. All right. Well, can't wait to find out. We will see you all for another episode on Thursday.
Chat then.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at She's Got the Chat on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, and YouTube. Rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. Please share us with a friend, an enemy, a coworker, a family member, a local politician. Bye.